Here, and in this video, I'm going to break down the Loretta ad from Super Bowl 54, which happened yesterday as of this recording. And wow, I mean, I knew the commercials were going to be great, but leave it to Google to get me to shed a few tears in just 90 seconds. So, man, what a fantastic ad. So many good ads. The Snickers ad was great. The one that Hulu did with Tom Brady was fantastic. Really, really great ads. But man, this Google ad was just on the money. So I want to break this down as to the components of this, what really made it extremely powerful. And I talk about this a lot, and it's storytelling inside of videos, right? So, hook, story, offer, just a very simple formula. You can put those in any kind of video ads and get great results, and Google just demonstrated that. So let me show you, I've got this swipe and deploy framework. So if you don't have this, there's a link in the video, should be a link below this video, and also in the email that I sent out with access to this if you came from email. But let me break this down, okay? So just kind of looking at just the mechanics of this video ad, all right? So if you haven't seen this, go to YouTube and type in Loretta, and you'll see this ad here. And it just starts with a little bit of piano music and the guy typing, how not to forget, okay? So let me stop it there. I don't want YouTube to ban this video because I've got copyrighted content on here. But so basically, the company is Google or Alphabet Inc., and the product name was Google Assistant. So then they don't say anything about that, which is pretty fantastic. So, everyone knows who Google is. They're kind of their own verb now. So you really don't have to, you see that G and it's, you know who it is. But, in 90 seconds, they were really just pull on the heartstrings. And I kind of want to break down why that is. So in most of the video ads that I break down in a review, it comes down to having these key elements, telling us why we need it, what is exactly is it going to do for them, and you hook them at the beginning of the video to get people's attention, and in copy and sales letters and emails and any modality you're going to consume content, whether it's long form sales letter or a Facebook video ad or whatever it is, you need to start out with a hook. You need to give them a reason to continue to either read your content or watch your video. So the hook on this was how to not forget. And I remember when I was sitting there when this video came on, it's like, oh, well, I recognize the search bar, but why is he searching in how to not forget? So that hooked me right away, and I'm guessing it will you too if you haven't seen it already. And so we want to layer that. We want to do a hook, and then we want to do a story, and then an offer. So that's a really simple formula: hook, story, offer. And man, if they didn't nail it on the story part. And so I kind of just summed this up. So if I were to create the video framing so that I was going to create a different video ad for whatever product it is, this is the same kind of formula here on this sheet that I would use. And the hook, so how to not forget, the story, a man reminisces about the love of his life with a little help from Google. And that's just, kind of a little blurb that you would see for a movie title, that kind of thing. It's like, wow, that's really interesting. It's kind of a hook in itself, but the whole 90 seconds of this ad are a man reminiscing about the love of his life who is no longer with us. And the offer at the end I thought was really intriguing. So let me go back to this video, and then I'll kind of just fast forward the end. So they're, here they're looking at, photos. I mean, they just really get you, I want to remember that. It just, it's telling the story about how he wants to remember their life story. So it was kind of a story within a story, which was just brilliant. And, Casablanca, there are a lot of memories associated with that movie. And then at the end here, it says, here we go. This is so I put on here, what's the actual offer here? Okay, so they didn't, and I love seeing Google do this, right? They're not saying about all the tech and all the AI and all the fancy remarketing and all the cool, 70 million markers for you to get your search. They're not saying any of the data that they have. They're not saying all the features. They went straight for the jugular as to why you want it, right? So there's a lot of tech involved, but why do you need this right now? Because look, we all need a little help with the little things, right? Made it dead simple. You just talk to it. You tell it what you want to remember, and it'll do anything from photos to movies to all this stuff. And it just, wow, that's really concise. A little help with the little things. So that's their offer. So hook, story, offer. Hook, how to not forget. Story, the man reminiscing. And then the offer, which was, again, just brilliantly crafted. I would be shocked if they didn't receive some Addy Awards for this, because they just nailed it. And then, of course, the call to action at the end, they're kind of leaning on their power as who they are. I mean, I mean, you could argue that that's not a call to action, but come on, it is. That's a call. I mean, when you see the G, it's like, oh, okay, I need to Google. I mean, the company is so well known that they are now a verb. So a call to action, and action being, run here, click here, call here, buy this, whatever. Google this, and that's all they need to do. So just a brilliant ad. The thing you can take away from this is the simplicity of it. So if you don't have this framework, you can just click the link on below this video, and you can click on a link in the email if you got it through email, and just come up here, go to File, and then do Make a Copy, and then you can create a copy, and then you can just start to swipe and just look for these components and ads that really hook you. And when you're promoting your business, your products, your services, if you can go through and really align these where it's, why do people need it? What does it do? What hooked you into wanting to watch more about this thing? What was the story that they told, if anything? And then what was the offer? Okay. And also the more important thing, what's the call to action? So that's really just kind of a framework breakdown. And Google just gave you a free masterclass in 90 seconds on how you should be telling stories about your products and services and tying things to the result that people want. And if you haven't downloaded my cheat sheet for YouTube ads, you can go to getyobooked.com, download that cheat sheet, and I talk about interest offers versus desire-based offers. And what Google did, again, PhD masterclass, I mean, like, we're not worthy, you win everything. They gave us a masterclass in creating a highly desirable offer, because I don't know anyone that didn't come away from that commercial going, yeah, I really want to remember the little things. Like, I desire that. It's not like, oh, hey, cool, Google's got some interesting tech. It's, I really want that. Okay. So that is my breakdown of this video ad, why it was so well done, why you should model it in your next set of ads. And if you are not subscribed to my channel and you have not received notifications about my impending video ad breakdowns, click that little bell, click that subscribe button on the channel, and get notified when new video ad breakdowns are available. All right, that's it for this one. Have an awesome, awesome week. I'll see you in the next video.